Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. I'm going to share Facebook. Hang on, Gemma. Let me share this real quick, and then you can come up. You're such a turd. How hard it is to write with you on my lap. Oh, you're such a cow. All right. There we go. Shared to Facebook. I swear anymore, it's just Gemma's on cue. She knows as soon as I say something about Sunday Night Live, she's got to hop right on up. She's getting down on her own now. Go down and play with the cats, probably. But I want to say hi, guys. I hope you guys are all having a good week. Bear with me. I'm not feeling the best today. So, yeah, it's not the easiest for me to talk. But I hope you guys are all having a good week. Lots of good stuff going on. Hey there, sis. Lots of good things going on. We got a lot of things changing right now with the outdoors. So, yeah, a lot of fun stuff is happening. I hope you guys enjoyed my first hunting video of the season. Hey there, Don. How you doing, buddy? I'm okay, man. Hey, Harold. Good evening. Hey there, Rick. Gemma. Rick says hi. Yeah, I know. He says hi. He's such a turd. Oh. Hey, Neil. How you doing? Hey there, Johnny. I'll tell you what. Last week I told you guys I was bringing in those kittens, and I was surprised. Gemma's actually totally in love with those kittens. They're always laying with her and licking her, and she licks them, and yeah, working out good. That's what I kind of hoped for, was they could be good friends with Gemma. So thank you, Neil. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Hey, Swan Pick. Glad you're back on, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Nice to see you. Hey, John. Thank you. I appreciate that. Make sure, if you guys haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. It does help. Even though it seems like a silly little thing, it does help the channel. I will be doing one of the sound bites here in a few minutes. I'm just going to give it a few minutes for other people to get on, and then I'll start the little challenge for the week. So thank you, Harold. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to, karaoke, this might sound crazy, but singing is, to me, I love it just as much as I do fishing and hunting. I mean, it's my passion. It's not just singing in general, but singing and having people dance and just be happy around when I'm singing. It's a cool feeling. So I'm glad that I could share that stuff with you guys. I am going to start trying to record that stuff. I did it myself. I'm going to start trying to record more when I'm out. So hey, Steve, how you doing, buddy? Hey there, Richard, how you doing? Hey, Tony, I'm doing okay, man. I hope you're good too. Hey, Mark, thank you, brother. I'm doing okay. I hope you're all right. Hey there, Jen. Gemma's right here. Her nose is up here. But I hope you guys are all having a great week. Like I said, I put out a couple different videos this week than I've been doing. I tried to get a trout video out. It was still kind of tough. I didn't get any monsters or nothing, but it was still fun. So I made sure I got you guys a trout video, and then snipe. I had to get out and do my first snipe hunt, so I did that on Monday. And yeah, that was a blast. Hey there, Dean. I do want to mention too tonight, and I'm going to say it again a little later when more people are on. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. But I do want to say this, guys. As far as the original panty pounders and pig pounders go, I'm getting ready to offer them all to a shop. So if you guys, seriously, if you want any of them, you got to order them, because literally they're probably going to be gone here soon. So if you want these original colors that I have on, right now I have, oh shoot, I still have 1,398 panty pounders left, but the colors are varying now. If you go to my website, that's LToutdoorsLureCo.com, you'll see what colors I have left now. But I am running out of colors, and the pig pounders are running low. I've only got 598 pig pounders, and again, colors on them are definitely low. I'm extremely low on pig pounders. So my one for last night Terry did on the pig pounders. So yeah, I just want to warn you guys though, if you really want to get in on these original pounders, make sure you put your orders in probably this evening, because otherwise I'm going to try this week to offer them off. And I'm doing that as a way to try and get the truck fixed and everything. It's the only way I can really come up with the money. So I gotta get out there and peddle my wares. So Jen, Jen says hi, Jimmers. She's laying there whipping her tail. The kitties are laying with her. Those kittens love Gemma. I have, Harold. Actually, if you type in LT Outdoors small game hunting or squirrel hunting, they'll pop up. They'll pop up under Google. I've done every year. I do squirrel videos. I even did some cool squirrel catching cooks or hunting cooks. Looking forward to the season opener for sure, because I like to get out and do some eating with those. So, hey Lisa, how you doing? Not sure if you heard, but I'm getting ready. I'm gonna make an offer up, and I don't know if because we talked about situations. I don't know if it's something you guys would be up for, but I am gonna offer up the last remaining panty and pig pounders from the originals. So if you guys need an order or anything, or you want some of those colors before they're all gone, let me know, because I'm gonna try to offer them all out and do a one type deal. So that way I can come up with the money to fix the truck and everything. So yeah, vehicles again, Trey. If you watch my video from the UP, my transmission went out on my truck. A friend of mine was great and gave me a car recently, so I've got a car. But even that, I've got to get stuff for. I still got to get the. We just replaced the rear or front calipers and brake pads. I now have to do the rear rotors, calipers, and brake pads. So I got to come up with stuff to fix the car up so that it's good to travel, as well as transmission on the truck. That's not a cheap fix. So yeah, thank you. It bummed me right out. It was soul crushing, really, because that truck, I'd already put a bunch of money in it. Everybody knows. And yeah, to have something big like that go down, it's a shame. So I'd love to, John. That'd be a dream, man. That'd be a dream. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I don't really recommend that. I don't push for that spot or anything, because honestly, you really got to know what you're doing. You got to know when to pull back. You got to know, if you jump one and it's going straight at the road, you might as well not even try. Yeah, it's easy for me because I've got it. I've always got it in the back of my mind that that's going on. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend it to somebody that doesn't have their head straight as far as hunting. If they're just out to shoot and blast around, that's not a good idea there. Sounds good, Lisa. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna try to offer them up that way. I can get the truck taken care of and stuff. So, but yeah, it's been a bit of a week for sure, guys. I'm trying to get as much stuff out as I can. If you guys didn't know, small game season does open up this coming weekend. It opens on the 15th. So I'm pretty excited about that, because then I can get out and get some grouse or squirrels. We'll definitely get some squirrels. The grouse I usually miss, but I'm definitely going to get some squirrels, and I'll do some more cooks on them. Today I just got done. I've been blanching a lot of my vegetables this season. My mom used to take care of all that stuff, so now I'm trying to get into that myself. And today I've packed the freezer full of veggies. I got a whole bunch of corn, 73 ears of corn out of my two little rows, and yeah, a whole bunch of broccoli and Brussels sprouts in the freezer today too. So I'm excited, and I can't wait for deer season to open, you guys, because I'm this season I'm gonna make it a point to get at least 3 deer, even if they're all does. I don't even care this year. I just want to get meat for the freezer, especially with all those great vegetables. It's pointless to have all those excellent vegetables if I don't have meat to go with them. So, all right. Well, there's 38 of you watching. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. I appreciate that. Hey there, Barry. I'm going to play a soundbite now. I've been doing this. For those of you that didn't know, I've been doing this every week. And if you win, first person to guess this creature right ends up getting some things sent to them in the mail. So um, I'm going to play this real quick, and I'll let you guys guess on them. All right. I actually myself this year. I thought it was kind of neat. Gemma, you gotta stay down, you turd. Go play with the cats. Go play with the cats. Oh, yeah. Thor's down there trying to protect the kittens. He seems to think that that Gemma's after him, but yeah, we got a lot of things coming up though this week, guys. Right now, the salmon are into the rivers, even up here on our side. So definitely recommend getting out if you're looking to get into some salmon. Um, with what it's gonna kill me this season. Till I get the truck fixed, there is a lot of things that I'm not going to be able to do as much. But tomorrow, I'm going to try to do something I haven't done before, and that's kayak fish for salmon. It's going to be hard because I got to paddle up the river and stuff, but I am going to try it out and see if I can get into some salmon off the kayak. I think it'd be not only a lot of fun, but it would definitely make for a good video. So it's easier though. I will say this: yes, it's going to be fun to kayak, but it's nice to sight fish for salmon when you can see where those pods are in the holes. It's great to cast towards them because you'd be surprised how many. Stay down, girl. How many of them are actually just super aggressive, and you'll watch them from the boat, but being in the kayak, I'm too low to the water. I'm not going to see that stuff. So, yeah, it's going to make things a little more difficult. But Thor's down there attacking everybody. But yeah, I am. Gemma, stay down, girl. I'm definitely going to try my best though to get out and get a salmon video for you guys. So I will get out and I'm going to take the kayak out. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to try to kayak fish the river for salmon. Not the best idea, but it's what I can work with for now. I did try the kayak fits in the back of that car, so it's something I can do. And I do want to mention this: it's going to be extremely hot this week. We are, right now it's been comfortable. It's been cold, in the 40s, but it's going to get down or it's going to get down to or up in the 80s and pushing 90 throughout this week. So yeah, it's I'm not happy with that. We definitely fall ain't ready to kick in yet. Summer's not giving up on us just yet. So meat in the freezer. You talking about for the if I get into some salmon, that would definitely be nice. Definitely be nice. Hey Ray, how you doing, buddy? Hey Mike. Oh yeah, yeah. If I can get into them though, that's the thing. Salmon up here, yes, we have them, but it's definitely not the great fishery that they have on the west side of the state by no means. I mean, yes, every year because they just started planting them over here again a few years back. It hasn't been that long. So our populations are starting to build up. If you watch my videos from last year, you'll see when me and Rick were on the river, we got into some. Um, and they are in there. We've seen hundreds of them, but it's nothing. They're not stacked like cordwood like you see on the west side. It's just not like that up here anymore. But I will get on the river and I'll try casting and just seeing what I can get. So yeah, it should be a good time. I'm gonna probably take some spoons, some salmon spoons with me, and some decent sized um, bucktail spinners, like this guy right here. If I can get it untangled, this is a Mepps number 5. That's what I like. Last year I was using that size for the salmon, and it was actually pretty amazing to see just how. I mean, the Atlantics, the cohos, everybody was just smashing this thing. So, yep, gonna be throwing spinners and spoons. I'll probably have a rod rigged up with both, and I'll be going up the river. So, rivers low, warm weather, not good salmon fishing. Well, I mean, this is the thing, Jim. The salmon they're gonna be in the river no matter what, and most of the time when those salmon are in the river, they're not actually biting anyway. That's all those guys flossing and crap across the state, which I do not agree with. I'll say that 100 times over. But when I'm fishing, I'll be on the lower stretch of the Asabo River. So any fish that are coming up that river, they are fresh. They are trying to work their way up, get to the gravel beds. So the fresher the fish you find, the better chance you have of them actually hitting your bait instead of just running into your bait or anything like that. So it is nice that way. But the salmon, it doesn't matter temp wise or anything like that. Regardless, it's gonna be, the salmon are in there, so it's just a matter of getting down to them. And the salmon, they don't. It has nothing. Weather has nothing to do with how the salmon bite, because the salmon, most of the time, especially when they're in the river, they're only biting because they're frustrated. They see that lure getting in front of their face, or they think something's drifting downstream, they're gonna hit it. I mean, if they're in the systems, they're gonna hit. So not sure what you said there, Rick. That sea on Thursday to go fishing on the river. Not quite sure what you got going on there, buddy. But yeah, I'm gonna try it out tomorrow, and then I also want to do. You guys seen me do the trout video where I caught a bunch of chubs. I would like to get out and do some videos where I'm just fishing slip bobbers and chubs for the pike, because it is a lot of fun. Oh, let's see on Thursday. Okay. Yep. Let me know, man. Just let me know. Um, but yeah, you guys see me catch all those chubs. I wouldn't mind going out and filling up a minnow bucket with those chubs and taking them out and seeing if I can get into some pike. So I think they'd be a lot of fun, especially that recent pike place that you guys seen me catching all those pike on the spinner baits and stuff. I think it'd be a lot of fun to check those things out there. So yeah, that's exactly what it is, Ray. Yep. Yeah, it's frustration. That's all it is. Because when the salmon, when they enter the river, and I don't care what salmon guy out there wants to argue with me, when they come in the river, they've got one thing on their mind. They have waited their lives, however old they get to be, but they've waited that time to run up that river for one freaking reason, and that is to lay their eggs. That is it. They're up there to spawn. And that's the only, they're not coming in the river because they think there's some minnows up there they can eat on. So they're in that river for one reason and one reason only, and that is to spawn. But you get lures, loud lures. This is why spoons and stuff are great, and spinners, because they vibrate. But anything that's flashy, loud, vibration, stuff like that, that's what they're going to hit. You got to frustrate them, you got to make them angry. And especially if something swings past them more than once, they don't like that. So and when the males start guarding the nest, they'll attack things even better. But that's all it is. It's an aggression bite with those salmon. So if you get them out coming up the river, right at the mouths of the river, you see those guys jigging and stuff. It's definitely a fresher bite, and those fish are more hungry. But that's before they get into the river system. Congratulations, Jen. You got it right. Now, I want to say this, you guys, because I've seen a lot of you were guessing frogs and stuff, and I'm gonna be totally honest. For many, many years, I seriously thought that it was a tree frog. Okay, um, I thought that it was a tree frog for the longest time, but this year I got to go out and actually watch these toads do this in the mud puddle out in my driveway. That sound is specific to the toads, and that is their breeding sound. And it's pretty amazing. They laid eggs out in my mud puddle this year, and I called them toad poles. I went out and tried to scoop as many as I could up and save them, because I absolutely love toads. They're the best for the garden. I'll play that sound one more time, but again, I want to say congrats to Jen, because that's what it was. A lot of people don't realize that toads make sounds, but yes, that is the American toad. That is the sound that they make. So, congratulations, Jen. That was a good one. I wasn't sure how many people would guess that. I was worried it would be a real quick one, but I wasn't sure. But that's what it is. It's the American toad. So, yeah, isn't that neat? In fact, I'll show you guys the video I chose for this, because it shows exactly what they do. I didn't even know till this year that they blow up their mouth like that. If I can get the focus. But that's what they do. When you hear that noise, you can guarantee that their throat is all just blown right out. It's really cool. It is. It's really cool. So when you hear this, I mean, I'm sure 100% of us on this right now have toads in their yards. I'm sure we all do. And I just want to say, when you hear that sound, specifically, early summer, when you're hearing that sound, that's what it is. You're gonna know it's a toad. So, yep, really neat. But I'm glad I could teach you guys something else, and good job on that, Jen. Hey, Lisa. Oh, that's awesome, Ray. Congrats. I just got, what am I on now? I don't even know how many I'm at right now for this season, but I just, oh yeah, here's the other one. I just got this one in the mail. Oh, there's two. I've been getting them almost weekly. I don't even remember what I'm at this year. I think I'm at 8. But they're definitely an awesome one this year. I recommend you guys, anytime you get a fish, I've said this before, I'll say it again. You get a fish and big enough size for a master angler. Put it in. Don't mess around. Send these pictures in. The state takes enough from us. We might as well get whatever free stuff we can. And these are cool. They're artistic. There's something neat that you can put. I really want to get a big picture frame, a big one that I can just start laying all these out and lining them up because they sure look cool. And I've got a pile of them now. I got one out there myself, Jen, and it's funny. The dogs try to mess with it. I'm sure Charlie tries to mess with yours, but yeah, it's pretty funny. He's been out there for since my mom was around. He's at least 8 years old. I mean, and he's a big one. But yeah, it's great. And the toads, when they have their babies, right now out in my garden, I got a whole bunch of little quarter-sized toads. So hey, Rob, how you doing, buddy? Congrats on the salmon. I seen that picture. Thank you, Rob. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, if you guys haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I do appreciate that. It's free to do and it helps the channel out. So, yep. And I do want to talk about this tonight too. I thought I wrote it down somewhere. Yes, I did. The pheasant hunt. Okay, guys, the pheasant. Charlie's clueless. Oh my God, that's funny. Um, Well, I'm glad you did, Ray, because I mean, it just it gives you something else to be excited about. Every time you catch a big fish now, you can keep in your mind, oh man, this might be master angler. And the fact that you can get, one patch per each species, I mean, there's a chance to get an awful lot of them. So, oh, I bet, Rob, it's been crazy. The weather's been mad the past few days. I mean, it's been so windy lately. It's definitely been crazy. Thank you, Dean. But I want to say this, guys, the pheasant hunt, okay, for anybody that wants to get in, this is going to be an LT Outdoors meet and greet pheasant hunt at Rapid Wings Farm in Hubbard Lake, Michigan. It's going to be a blast. It is the first Friday and Saturday of November. You don't want to miss this, you guys. If you can do it, I highly say you should do it. The entry fee, you got to pay 25 bucks now, and that just holds your place for it. So send me that if you get the chance so I can get it to the lady at Rapid Wings. Her name's Lee. She's a really nice lady. And then by the end of it, you have to pay, when you show up for the day, you got to bring $225. That's to pay off the whole rest of it. But what that gets you is you get one full day of shooting skeet with groups. I mean, it's going to be fun. You shoot a whole bunch of different rounds of skeet. They got the rabbit round, which is I've never done till last year. It was a blast. If you want to see the kind of shooting that we got to do last year, watch my pheasant video from last year and you'll get to see. It's really cool. But also, we've got it planned now where instead of going out to dinner, this will actually save people money. Last year, we went out to dinner at the Wagon Wheel. This year, or at Smoky's, sorry. This year, instead of doing that, we are going to have a chili cook off right after the shootout. After we're done with the shooting clay pigeons and stuff, we're going to have a chili cook off. And this really cool part about Rapid Wings, after the shoot off, they do a prize giveaway. They'll go through the list. They keep tabs of how many clays people shot, and people win prizes. I think just about everybody won a prize last year of some kind. So it's a fun time. It really is. And then the very next day, obviously, is the hunt. That'll be your European tower hunt, which was a riot. Um, Honestly, it's the most fun I've had in a very, very long time, guys. It was so much fun. And after the shoot, you get to go up and have some good fresh lunch up there at the clubhouse. And if you want, if you're feeling frisky, you can go right back out with people that have dogs and you can go jump the rest of the birds that day and just go out and have fun and keep on hunting. And it really is a great time. I highly recommend it. So if anybody wants to get in on the meet and greet, please sign up. Make sure you get into it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, that's a shame, Harold. I think every state should. I know that there are other states that do. I think I'm pretty sure Ohio does. But every state's different though. In fact, I think Ohio, if they did have one, I think it's just one just generic patch all the time, I believe. And then North Dakota has a cool one. I know Minnesota does. Yeah, but I feel like every state should. I mean, that's awesome, Ray. That's awesome. Thank you for that. I will mention that again. Thanks for bringing that up, Ray. But I'm gonna be offering out the remaining of my original panty pounders and pig pounders this week to a shop. So if you guys want any, please jump on them. I can't push that enough. If you want them, get on the website and order them quickly because pretty soon they're gonna be gone. So I got to make the money to get my truck going again, and I think that's gonna be my best bets, just selling out my stock. So hey, Paul, how you doing, brother? Hope you had a good day, man. It looked like fun. I seen the pictures from that car show. I think that's cool. Jessa was driving the car. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like that should just be something that every state does. I mean, it's nice. It's a good way to give back to the fishermen. Obviously our money from our licenses puts an awful lot of money back into the state. And although they say they're spending it on stuff that goes back into the outdoors, I know that's not true for the most part. So it is nice to see something come back like that. The Master Angler program's cool, and I really wish that every state would. It looked like it. It looked like it. I would be too, honestly. I'd be afraid I'd mess that car up. Hey, Bill, how you doing, buddy? I do want to mention again, though, guys, the salmon are in the river systems throughout the state. So make sure you get out, if you want to do some salmon fishing. I'm going to try something I never did tomorrow. I'm going to try to take the kayak up. It's going to suck because I got to paddle up the river with the kayak, and the river's not, it's pretty fast, but I'm going to try my hand at it. I also want to get out and do some shooting this week, hopefully for some more geese and snipe. Kitten's trying to play with Thor. I've been waiting, hoping Paul would get up here to do some hunting with me, but because I've been holding off on that because I don't want to mess things up too fast on it. But the snipe thing's fun, and it's really only good until uh, second week October probably, and then by then most of them are gone. I have been out scouting for teal because early teal season opened the same day as snipe as well as early goose, and I'm not finding teal. I haven't seen them anywhere, so it's yeah, that kind of sucks. But kind of used to it up here. We don't see that many teal up this way, so it's something normal. But I did have a friend up this weekend. It was kind of cool. He has property, I guess, in the Mankato Glenny area, and he come up here to do his first ever snipe hunt because he's watching my videos and thought it was fun. Well, he ended up going to a marsh up more by Tawas, and he got into him. He got his first snipe. He did miss a couple more, and had a chance at a goose. So yeah, he had fun. But he sent me the picture of his snipe, and I thought that was really cool. So yeah, it's nice to know people are getting out and trying it. If you have a marsh around your area, or even just a big mud flat, you'd be surprised. Those snipe will be around. I have a feeling, you guys, I know there's guys on here from downstate. I think that the bay would be really good. I think Saginaw Bay, with all that marshy stuff around it, especially as low as the water is this year, I think you could walk some of those mud flats along the bay and do really well. I think even towards where the Pine River comes in there by Augrey, I think that's probably snipe heaven. There's probably a pile of them. So if you want to get out and try it, I recommend it. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's funny because I looked back and I've only missed one. Well, I mean, I've missed. I didn't start. I got my first master 2005. That was when I first put in. And back then it was all just a generic fish shape, really. It wasn't anything fancy. They didn't start making the pretty colored ones until I'm wanting to say it was 2015, maybe 14. But the first one was a muskie. And I really want to buy one just so that I have the set because it might even have been earlier than that, might be 14. But, that is the only year I'm missing for the pretty, colored ones. I've got them for all the other years, but I just think it would be great to have the entire collection. Not even sure where I put them all now. Oh, they're in a drawer here somewhere. Oh yeah, here they are. There's just some of them. I have a pile of them from last year, but yeah, look at all these master anglers. And I got those other ones sitting over here, but I think my first year it's probably still in the drawer. Nope, this was my first year. And see, generic fish, and it didn't even have the year on it. But I kept the paperwork. It's in a lockbox in my room, and I'm pretty sure it was 2005. But they didn't start doing the really cool ones until later on. I think, in fact, the one I've only got in a frame hanging on the wall. I don't even have it out open, but I think my favorite one was the walleye one that they did. It turned out really beautiful. I wasn't much of a fan of last year's. I mean, yes, it's cool to have a salmon one, but I don't know. It's kind of bland if you ask me. I like the fact that they've been putting in some of these cool ones with rocks. Sorry, not last year's, 2 years ago, but the ones with structure in the bottom. I like the rocks. Like this year's got some weeds. Things like that are neat because for a while there they didn't have anything special on them. So three teal, huh? That's a shame, man. I don't know. I don't. I haven't. I usually keep up on the Fish and Wildlife Service pages and stuff and Ducks Unlimited, but maybe the numbers are down. I have a feeling though, for those of you that duck hunt, I think wood duck numbers are way up this year. I've already seen more woodies than ever before. The day that I was out doing that trout video, I didn't share. I didn't even post it because they flew quite ways ahead of me. But I jumped at least a dozen uh, woodies on that little stream. So I've been seeing a lot of them though. Been seeing a lot of them. Nope, we don't get a metal tag, but we do. They do give you if you ask. This is the thing too that sucks. Maybe they don't downstate. Maybe it's different, but up here, I know they don't give you anything unless you actually ask for it. But we do get a patch kind of like this that'll tell you. It'll have your year and harvest date. I've got one. And cats. I got one up there on my counter somewhere, but yeah, they do give us a patch. Dang, $40 for an out of state passport. That's crazy, man. I think it's only 10 for us for that sticker. Oh, there you go. It looked good on that, Ray. Yep, that'll be a good one. All you get's a pin. Is that all you guys? Because I'm pretty sure you guys have a master angler program for your fish too. Is that all? Is that what you get too for your fish? Is the pin? And if you do, is it something neat? Is it at least like the shape of a fish or anything like that? I know they got a cool one in North Dakota. I've seen. Hey, psst, trying to chew on my wiring. Don't do that. I swear these cats are worse than babies. Yeah, I know, Gemma. They're turds. Why don't you go keep them in place? But if you guys haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. None for Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure they had one in Minnesota. It was either maybe it was Wisconsin. You might have one for Wisconsin because when I was over that way, I caught that big brown, and I found out it was big enough for something. I swear you guys have a patch program or something. Cats are ridiculous. I haven't had one in a while inside. I mean, I got a pile outside. People dump them here, but I haven't brought any inside in a long time because I hate the smell of a litter box. I just do. I can't stand it. But I decided because there was just these two babies, little dinky, little dinky boogers, and I didn't want them. Didn't want something to eat them because a lot of bad stuff happens to the cats outside. So I thought I'd bring them in, and yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, that does suck, Kevin. Of course, I don't know. If I keep up this, around 10 tags each season on the master anglers, they might end up kicking us in the butt too and saying, nope, now you can only get one. We'll just give you paperwork for the rest. So far, they've sent me a thank you with each one for for everything that I've been pushing for them. But, huh. Yeah, the woodies are everywhere, and I'll tell you, I feel bad for the woodies because I don't know how many times I've seen on Facebook just some idiots that don't know their birds shooting them woodies. Yes, they do have the blue wing feather, but it happens way too often. And every year, Tuttle Marsh, especially if I go down there right now, I guarantee I'd find a woody thrown in the grass. People shoot them, realize it's not a teal, and they chuck them. It sucks. Huh. Well, that's good to know, Rob. Because I haven't seen any, man. I've been in a bunch of marshes up here. Oh, that's cool, John. That's cool. Yeah, they send you a bunch of, I mean, for everyone they send you a paper, but the last paper I got, they put something in there about supporting them because I usually actually email back and forth with um the fisheries biologist in charge of all this. I've got them saved in my inbox because sometimes, I mean, there's been times before when the picture didn't turn out very good, but I usually take a backup video of it too, and I'll send them out. But yeah, they're just good people. Huh. Oh, that's pretty neat, Kevin. That would have been really cool. Yeah, the Woodies, it's gonna be a fun year. I'm glad that I chose this year to do the duck hunting because it's gonna be a great year for video's sake, especially, now that I'm getting the hang of the second camera and placing it out, I can put that baby out in the decoys and get some just crazy footage. So should be a lot of fun this season. I've got some big plans. Like I said though earlier, I will be planning to get at least 3 deer out. Three is my number. I want 3 deer. I don't care if they're does, doesn't matter to me. So even opening week of bow. Normally, I wait them out and I just let them go through because a bachelor group of bucks could be coming. If you shoot a doe, you're going to scare them off. But I just want meat. I just want meat. I've got a whole bunch of veggies in there right now in the freezer. I'm filling that freezer up with vegetables. I got no meat to go with them, so I'm excited to get out and get the deer so I can stack it with some meat. 14 years worth. My sister was a brownie, but and I want to thank everybody too that's subscribed to the channel. Obviously, all you guys are. I mean, most of you's been on here a while, but I'm really pushing close to that 9,000 mark. It's crazy how fast it's. I mean, it's been at a little bit of a standstill, but I think I only need 100 and earlier I checked. I think I'm at 148 more to hit my 9,000 mark, and I'd really like to hit 10 by the first of the year. I'm hoping that at least maybe that 10 mark will help push me push me a little faster. I really don't know how this goes because I see so many just dumb videos out there people throw out of them screwing around and being goofy. And they take off. But me, pushing out quality videos as much as I can, and I'm at a standstill. So I do appreciate you guys though all subscribing, and if you have any friends that like the outdoor stuff, please share them or tell about it, about the channel, and just help get it out there some more. I did meet a fan this week though. That was a good time. I don't think he's on here now because he hasn't chatted, but it was fun. When I was out for karaoke, I got to meet a fan at the bar, and he had me sign his hat, so that really made my day. I love when people come up to me like that. We have a ton of geese up here right now. The goose numbers are awesome. I think well, it was 2 days ago. I think when I was over at Rick's, but had a big flock way up high. Probably I don't know 75 geese or so that were flying. But it's when they're up high like that, it's the migrators. Now this week though, for you guys out there that are waterfowlers, you probably already know, but this week's going to mess some things up with the waterfowl because we're going to be almost 90 this week, guys. We're going to be back to mid 80s, and that's going to slow things down. The birds that are in your area are probably going to stay in that a little ways. Sometimes they do that. They'll actually head back north just to where they get to where they're more comfortable, they hang out because they don't like that super hot stuff either. I don't blame them one bit, but that's probably what they'll end up doing. Is some of them will head back north just a tad, and the rest of them will just hang around the area. But you won't get any fresh birds in until we get another cold front, which looks like the following week. So not too worried about it. And right now, I don't even have a goose field anyway. Usually, I'm a field hunter, and all my fields are beans this year, so I don't even have any. I don't have any places to even hunt them. So well, that's awesome, Ray. Thank you. I'm glad to help, man. Yeah, the placement, camera placement's definitely important. And I'm still learning all the time. I learn some new things, and I would like to get some different camera mounts, just something that's better. I know there's better out there, and I'm always trying to up my game with the channel. And I know as far as the channel goes, that's probably what I have to do to keep pushing and getting better is get better camera equipment and stuff. But yeah, for now I make do with what I got. Cat just flipped the water dish. Now I got water on the floor. Hey, what's up, Brains? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, back to summer. That's for sure. Brains, I'm glad you're on because I forgot to even mention it. But if you guys haven't already, please go to my website because Brains Baits, he's the guy that makes my new plastics. So from now on, all of my panty pounders are going to be the Brains plastics. Like I've showed before, they are more durable. They've got a paddle tail on them. The colors are outstanding. So if you haven't seen them yet, they are on the website. They've been on there for a bit. But Brains has made a website himself now, and it turned out really cool. It's awesome. It's like mostly just wicked. So, and I have it on my website. So go to LToutdoorsLureCo.com and you can check out his website right from there. I shared it right on my page. So all you scroll down and you can't miss it. You'll see all the zombies and everything. He's got all kinds of cool, very unique things. He's got snakes. He calls them lizards or salamanders, but they're actually like the perfect mud puppy. He has a plastic mud puppy that is just unbelievable. So definitely get on there and check him out. He has just very neat stuff. He's got his. I mean, he's a scientist. You can see it from his website, but he is a scientist. He's got this stuff down to a science. He does a really good job with it, and he makes a bunch of different things. He's got a lot of unique stuff. So make sure you go and check out his website. I believe it's just brainsbaits.com, but like I said, it's on my website. So if you go to my website and scroll down, you will see it right on there. I made sure I posted the whole website on there. So, uh, well, you're great, Brains, and I hope things take off for you. I'm definitely going to be pushing these as much as I can. I need to get back to tying them. I've been trying to tie up the last remaining stock of my panty and pig pounders. And I'm trying, I told people earlier, I'm going to say it again right now. If any of you want my original panty and pig pounders, okay, the ones with the original plastics, you got to order them now because I'm telling you, I'm going to try to make an offer this week. And if it takes, I'm gonna sell them all. So yeah, if you want these, I know a lot of you like these originals. Make sure you get on them while you can. I don't want to take them away before you get a chance at them. So I did message a few guys this weekend, letting them know, hey, I'm going to be selling out. That stuff, I'm still going to carry all my new ones. They're on the wall behind me. And again, they're going to be with Brains Baits, which is a really great plastic. So I think you guys are going to enjoy those if you haven't tried them already. You'd really like Brain, Lisa. He's a great guy. Brains, Lisa, Lisa Brains. Lisa owns a shop up here in Hillman. She's one of my favorite. She's one of my favorite shop owners up here in Michigan. But she's got some cool, or he has some cool stuff on his website. You'll have to check out, Lisa. Yeah, but that's the thing, John, is I am out there and I am keeping it real, and it doesn't take hold, man. It doesn't. It's these people that are out there faking it. If I threw on some stupid clothes and made sure my hat was crazy like this, and I'm going, let's go, like then maybe I could take off. I don't know. The world's weird nowadays, but that's what we got going on. Oh, Ray, trust me, I would, man. But the fact that right now, I've got 1,996 of these pounders left. And if I did an auction on them and they sold for 50 bucks or something, I would cry and I probably wouldn't sleep good for months. Because again, I'm trying to sell these so that I can fix the truck. It needs a transmission, which is not a cheap buy at all. Right now, there's 1,398 panty pounders left of the originals, and then there's 598 pig pounders. So the pig pounders are running low. I've been selling a lot of them lately to people. So if you want to get pig pounders, the original pig or panty, jump on the site and get them while you can. So thank you, Ray. I appreciate that, brother. I try. I mean, everything that you see from me, the excitement and stuff, that's all real, and I'm not one to just freak out. And I mean, yes, I get excited. I love the fish. I love everything about every fish that I catch, but I'll just never be a showboat. I'm not going to be one of those fake guys. So, but so I appreciate you guys out there that appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yep. There's a lot of them out there, that's for sure. But I won't be that. I did get a message this week that kind of made me mad. The walleye tournament that was going on in Oscoda, they, which I guess it's just some people were supportive over it. They were throwing fish back that were floating up and floating away down the river. And that bothered me, especially walleyes. But, these guys said that, yeah, well, it's legal. They're allowed to do it in Michigan. But, yeah, but just because something is legal doesn't make it morally right. Like, I just don't see how we can't. I don't know how humans ever somehow stepped over that moral boundary where I don't care what's legal if it's moral. You should keep that in mind. I don't understand people. I think it was Bill Dance or Roland Martin, Lisa, but one of them got me into it. When I was a little boy, I seen that and I thought, man, that's why they're catching so many fish. So I always kiss the bass for good luck. And like if I love what, Gemma? If I love a fish so much like that muskie, I had to give that thing a kiss too. So yeah, right. Oh, I know. In fact, I never used to set the hook hard at all really till I started fishing those thick pads, and I learned that's kind of something you got to do. But it's funny because those bass guys, I see a lot of them just setting the hook hard on everything. Yeah, it's a regular website, Harold. Yep. He does have Facebook, yes, but if you just go to my website, LToutdoorsLureCo.com, Harold, and scroll down and you will see I put his page right on my page. I'm pretty sure it's just brainsbaits.com, but if you go to my website, you will see it. I put it right there. Yep, he's on eBay too. Yep, but his website is I mean, the eBay account was really cool, but there's something special he did with that. I think his website's pretty stellar. So, yeah, it was bad, Bill. I mean, there was a couple guys that messaged me about it saying, I should tell people to go out and pick these fish up. And all I could think about though was, how I personally couldn't be one of those guys. If I throw a fish and I see it float up and float away dead, I'm gonna try to catch that fish, even in the net, to get it back and use it. I'm not wasting that fish. So I don't know. I just don't see how people think it's okay. I really don't. Thanks, Paul. Thank you. They are great, man. They are great. I think me and him are gonna definitely be a team to beat out there. His plastics are awesome. Was it Jimmy Houston, Steve? I couldn't remember. I knew one of them. I knew one of them did. Yeah, and Fisherman was also a favorite of mine growing up. I learned a lot from them. Basically, my all time favorite fisherman was Hank Parker, still is to date. Hank Parker is my favorite, and mostly because when I was a kid, he was the only show out there with a kids corner section on his show. So he would show his kids growing up. So it was kind of cool to see all them growing up, and they were around the same age as me. But also, his one kid grew up to be a NASCAR driver, so it was just neat to see the transformation. But yeah, Hank Parker was definitely my all-time favorite, and underneath that, I would probably say Bill Dance and Fisherman for sure. I learned as far as all the other species go, I learned that stuff from In Fisherman. Babe Winkleman's great too, but there was something about In Fisherman, and it's part of why I try to make my intro the way that I do with all the different fish species and clips, because In Fisherman really had it down, the way that they'd show a bobber slowly sink in and then a walleye come out. I mean, everything about the intros for the In Fisherman was just incredible. Plus the artwork on the magazines. I had hundreds. I had to give them away because I was just eclectic about all that. But the In Fisherman magazine always had the best artwork on the front. It was really great. Field and Stream. I liked Field and Stream mostly because it had the trapping, and they still do. They will have the trapping report showing what the fur. They'll show you what the fur stuff is. So Kevin Van Dam. Yep, Kevin's a good dude. Michigan guy too. But I see what you're saying about everyone else selling product. The main one for me, and that's why I'm actually surprised, Steve, that's who I took over from, because I did not like Jimmy Houston. I didn't. And it was for mostly because, I mean, yes, he had a good show, but he pushed products more than anybody else out there. He always reminded me of a car salesman. Like his show, he was just pushing, which is great. That's his job, I guess. But the fact that he did nonstop talking about you should buy this, you should buy that, instead of focusing on how the fish, how you're going to catch these fish and stuff. It seemed like he just pushed way too much of that. That's my opinion. Yeah, the Woods and Water. I used to have a pile of those too. My friend Dave used to give me those. Yeah, I know. Kevin's definitely sold his fair share, but I think anymore, especially in the fishing world, you cannot be a pro fisherman and not do all this other stuff on the side, commercials, selling products, things like that. You just can't. I want to hit that one day myself, but not sure what you mean there, John. In fact, I've never even seen the Fred Bear Monument. I'd like to see that though. Hey, Brian. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right, hanging in there. Truck's broke down again, so I'm trying to raise money for that. Brian, while you're on, if you want to get any of the original, I know you got a bunch, but if you want to get any original pig or panty pounders, Jump on them while you can because I'm literally going to try to sell out this week for all those originals to a shop. So anybody that wants them, get on them in case this shop takes me up on the offer because then, I'm just going to be out. I've only got 598 pig pounders left right now. Not all that many colors either. If you go to my website, you'll see what I got left. In fact, you can see down there in the corner, right down. That's so weird. Everything's backward. Down there in that corner, the pig pounders, and I'm definitely running low on colors for that one. And then the panty pounders, I do have pretty good amount of panty pounders left, 1,398 of them. But again, some of the colors are out. So if you want some of that stuff, get on it. I'm gonna have to look it up, John. I'm gonna have to look it up. Yeah, he's definitely a legend, that's for sure. Oh, it's in Grayling? Cool. I'm definitely gonna have to see that. I've been wanting to go up there anyway and do some fishing, so I'll yeah, I'll make sure I go up and see that and do a video on it. But yeah, he's always a legend. Oh yeah, the CO corner. Yep. I always like reading those parts. That's always good. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. I know a couple of the shops that sell a lot of them in the summer and stuff. They're gonna want them because I know some of the shops were bummed out at when I said that my company had gone out of business on me making those plastics. But again, I'm now that I'm tying up these new ones, I'm gonna have a lot of them made. I just have to get my butt to tying them. I mean, right now I've probably got I'm sure I've got a couple hundred on the wall at least over there, but eventually I will have the couple thousand like I got right now of the other ones. I just got to keep building stock. It's an endless process. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to check that out, Ryan. Thank you. I'll definitely look that up. Yeah, I'm sure Ted was. I'm sure of that, man. Yeah, that the Fred Bear song, Ted Nugent. That's every year they got to play the heck out of that when deer season comes around, and I love it. I ain't complaining. I love it. I get that feeling too every time I'm in the woods. So, except for me, it's not really Ted Nugent. I feel like my ancestors are watching me and stuff, but it's yeah, definitely a great feeling, and that's a great song. That's something I should sing one of these days. These cats are trying to get into my potatoes. I'm gonna attempt to salmon fish out of the kayak. Okay, it's gonna suck paddling upriver, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bring spoons and some spinners with me. I do like throwing these big meps for the salmon because they like them. And then I'll bring some spoons. I'll probably just bring two rods, one rigged up with a spoon, one with a spinner, and I'm gonna throw all the holes. And tomorrow, with it starting to get hot again, I think tomorrow's only a high in the low 70s, so it won't be as bad. It should be a decent day for it. So, but I'm gonna paddle up the river and see what I can get done. I sure would like to. I think especially in the kayak, it would be nuts fighting a salmon in the river. Hey Don, how you doing, buddy? But I hope you guys all have a good week. Like I said, make sure you hop on because I might not have any of them this week. I might run out of them. So get on there, order while you can. Also, check out Brains Baits. I've got his website.com. You'll see all these cool zombie posts and stuff. All Brains Baits, and he's got some really neat lures out there. A lot of new plastics that you just probably haven't seen before because a lot of it's cool and just new stuff. But make sure you check out the websites, guys. Time for that just yet, Ryan. And yes, a lot of things are turning over right now. Um, to me, perch fishing's best around the end of September and October is when I do the best on the big perch. So you have a good night too, Jen. Thank you. Thanks, sis. You have a good week too. Peace, Paul. All right, you guys have a great night, and yeah, hopefully I get some salmon tomorrow. If I do, you'll have a video out Wednesday. So fingers crossed. Have a good week, and I will chat with you guys again next time. Nice bumping into you too. I'm sure I'll see you again soon, Swamp Hick.